You are watching No Name Productions. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy No Name, aka Swaggy Raven, and welcome back to another Madden 21 Connected Career Mode series, throwback series. I might add. It's week 7 of the 2026 NFL season, and today we do not have a game. In week 7, it's our bye week video. The Giants are coming off their 4th straight win and probably their highest scoring game throughout the entirety of the season. And funny enough, our highest scoring games have came against the Washington football team. But you guys see, we're 4-2. We're right now second place in our division. It's right now pretty much turned out to be, and kind of shaping out to be, really a 2-team race. And really, it's only really a 1-team race because Dallas has just been dominating the whole entire competition this year. And if you guys do not know, I've actually had to kind of buffer up Dallas and stuff like that, because remember when I told you guys in the season 4, 5, and 6 recap, the Cowboys would go out to these huge leads and they would just absolutely collapse. And I just really feel like the competency in terms of them, it really just didn't make any sense. Because I know Dallas chokes throughout the year, but they wouldn't choke that badly. So, and they wouldn't really do it 2 times in a row. And we weren't really that good of a team. As you guys know, we are the furthest that we went within those 3 years was, I think, to the NFC divisional round. But you guys see, we're gonna hop into practice real quick. But yeah, they should be one of the teams to beat in the NFL, not just in the NFC. But you guys see, let's hop into practice. As I always say, throughout the bye week videos, I always like to do practices, and the goal is pretty much to kind of just get to just a perfect score, like 5 if I get to gold. That's the only way we can finish out practice. That one I think I got lucky on. I don't think I even got to the first down markers. But hey, shout out to the EA for giving me that. Yeah, I see that's TC17. There is some news about TC17 and Michael Gallup later in the video. We'll get to that. As I said later on, you guys see Zach, he checked it down. Good. Oh, Saquon broke that tackle too. Seemed like Saquon, that shoulder, I think we already know that shoulder ain't really bothering him too much anymore. You guys see Zach again, he checks it down, and that's a gold. You guys see the coaches are very happy about that. The coaches are extremely happy about our practice performance throughout the bye week. This is on a Monday practice. Right after our game, we just had a hard practice, and then we get to recharge and refuel and get ready for a 10-game season. And you guys do not know, I think this 10-game season might be one of the hardest 10-game stretches for the rest of the year throughout any other team. Because I don't know if you guys understand this. Next game we have to go get, but now actually we'll talk about that later. You guys see the stats: 10 touchdowns, 3 interceptions for me. Right now, Clayton Watson's leading the team in receiving yards. He's averaging 77 yards a game, nearly 78 yards a game. He's been playing really well throughout this season. You guys see Darius Slay's behind there, but you guys see Tim. He still hasn't really been completely involved in the offense, even though I think we said this many times that the coaches, Zach, they all want to try to get Tim involved because they eventually want to move and kind of move forward, him being the number 1 guy at the receiver position. But you guys see Tim, he's developed really nicely for a normal developed player. You guys see 93 speed. You guys just see, I'm just hoping that he's now officially took over that number 3 spot. Actually, he pretty much has, because he is the starting slot receiver supposedly. But it's gonna be Michael Gallup and stuff like that. But here's the news about Michael Gallup: he is set to return after our bye week against the Lions. We're gonna need him. We're going to absolutely need him, because our offense has struggled at times without him, but we had some good moments without him. But yeah, I do suspect, and Tim's only in his 4th year. He's only 24 years old. I do suspect we will eventually move forward and move towards Tim being the number 1 or number 2 receiver on this team. Sorry, guys. Oh, sorry, my nostrils, man. But yeah, and Clayton Watson, and to be honest, guys like Michael Gallup, Darius Slayton, I suspected them to play well, to be honest. to be honest, guys, and I think I told you guys I do suspect Darius Slay and Michael Gallup to kind of age like fine wine throughout this series. But the guys that I really did not expect to play well, and actually I didn't really first expect him to play well, but I saw a couple of games of what he can do, and I'm like, yeah, this guy could really be one of the best receivers in the league one day. And we got to make sure we give him the football. But yeah, I see Saquon Barkley, he's having a really good season. He's on pace to have a bounce back year. I'm very happy for what he's doing, and I'm very happy that he's doing it coming off. Well, I'm gonna say he's happy that he had the injury, but I'm happy to see him doing well after he tore his rotator cuff last season. And when you guys see, we actually have a lot of young talent on the defensive side of football. You guys see Trey Bowens, he's one of the young stars at that position. Minkah Fitzpatrick, what a great signing. You guys have Tyler Beckham, Alante Briggs. I mean, everybody's like 26 or younger. We are a very young football team, and I'm very excited about this. Eddie Pinheiro has not missed a kick outside the extra point, which I think was blocked. But you guys see the offensive rankings. You guys see our yardage. We can move the football. We can do this. We can do that. But red zone, I think, is the very key thing. Very key thing for us. We cannot score inside the red zone, which is, I think, it's probably prohibiting us from putting up more points than we actually really should be putting up. Showing right here, we're averaging under 24 points a game, which is abysmal in today's age of football. But I think we could definitely improve upon that. But we're not going to be facing any easy opponents to do that against. As I said, we're going to be playing Dallas twice after the bye week. We have the undefeated Lions coming to our building. So those are two games that are just not gimmies right there. And we have the Jaguars, who have an elite defense. So that's, I believe, 4 or 5 games where you just guys just look around and just say, yeah, this is not going to be easy whatsoever. You guys see, we had the Vikings, I believe, coming up on our schedule as well. That's not going to be an easy game as well. So we have a lot of tough games coming up on this schedule. And we got to be ready. And we got to play a lot better than what we played over the first 6 games of the season. But really, what's really been saving us has been the play of our defense. Our defense has been absolutely outstanding throughout this season and throughout this 4-game winning streak. They have not even allowed a team to score over 20 points this year. 20 points throughout this whole winning streak. They have been fantastic. But you guys see, look at that stat right there. We are attempting the most third downs throughout 6 games. Oh, not 6 games, 6 weeks. The most third downs attempted. That just shows you that we are not moving the football well on first and second down. And I definitely do think partially penalties has played an issue in that. But that just shows you that we're not moving the football well enough on first and second down to really be good. You know what I mean? But we actually are converting above the league average, which I think of the league average is about 40%. We are converting over that, but we are putting ourselves in too many third down situations. But you guys have seen that. Hey, look at this. There's a lot of games where we've been terrible on third down conversions. Really, the first 2 games we were horrible on third down, and that's cost us the game. So, if you were to ask me, this team has got to figure out a way to avoid so many third down situations and be able to find a way to move the football well on first and second down. Because I definitely do think that's definitely been an impact on why we've struggled so much throughout this season, scoring points at sometimes throughout games, especially in the second halves of games. Because I do think that the first half has been a lot better than the second half in some games, especially in the 49er game where we put up, I think, 17 points in the first half. Looked like we were about to cruise and dominate to a victory. And then we were struggling hard to find a way to score. And if it wasn't for our defense, we probably would have ended up losing that game. And we would have been 3-3 instead of 4-2. But I do think that a lot of these guys are going to be playing. Well, let me rephrase. I do think that we played pretty well this year in terms of the way that we started, especially offensively. But the defense, they've definitely been the story of this team, and I really do not know how people are still trying to discredit this defense for what they're actually really doing. Because let's be honest, this defense has been absolutely fantastic, and I don't think there's any secret about that. But you guys take a look at the top of your screen. You guys see the first 4 games coming out of the bye week, as you guys, and I already depicted it. We're at home against the Lions. They're undefeated right now as we're speaking. They're 6-0. How about right now the undefeated Cowboys on the road? And how about one of the better defenses in the league in Jacksonville at home? And then guess what? We got to go play against Dallas again. But you guys see some of the games coming up in week 7, and I think we will show you guys the scores of that. The Lions and the Falcons, Chargers and Chiefs, Browns, Panthers, Colts, Jags, Saints, Vikings, Bills, Dolphins, Patriots, Bears. There's a lot of good games coming up. A lot of them. And I'm very excited to see what this team can do and what this team can do against a lot of these good teams. But there's a lot of good games coming up. The Lions and Falcons, I think the Falcons only have lost 1 game this year. That should be a good one. I think if you're going to say America's Game of the Week, actually it's going to be harder to pick America's Game of the Week, because I think there's going to be a lot of good games against a lot of good teams. But I think this one would definitely be the America's Game of the Week. Lions and Falcons, absolutely America's Game of the Week right there. But you guys see, there's week 6 of what happened here. You guys see the Eagles and 49ers, Lions and Bills. That was actually a really good game right there. Lions and Bills right there. That was a really good game. But here is some of this game. We're going to revisit this a little bit. I don't know what I was really doing. Sorry, I'm a little bit nasally. But you guys see, there's a lot of good games. Saints, Vikings, Patriots, Bears. Surprisingly, the Patriots have not really been a better team than what they have really should be. Packers and Cowboys. I think the Packers might only have lost 1 game this year, and the Cowboys are undefeated. That's going to be a really good game right there. That might be America's Game of the Week, because the Cowboys and Packers go back way back. And there's a lot of history between the two. Obviously, the Dez Bryant catch game and stuff like that. Obviously, a lot of NFC Championship games played against these two teams. Aaron Rodgers throw to Jared Cook in the 2016 playoffs. Sorry, Dallas. There's a lot of history between those two organizations. Oh yeah, the 45-7 game in 2010. Yeah, I remember that game. I remember the ass kicking. Shoot, my mom might be watching this. Sorry, Mom. But I remember the whooping that team put on you guys that night. It was fun to watch. But you guys see the schedule for the 10-game season that I said multiple times. You guys see the Lions, Cowboys, Jaguars, Texans. The Texans are actually doing pretty good this year. Titans, they're actually not doing too bad. The Cardinals, they're not doing. There's not really a lot of teams that are actually doing bad this year. There really isn't. You know what I'm saying? I think the worst team that we're going to be playing against might be the Colts, and there might be 7-7. Maybe the Colts, the Titans, maybe the Jags. But that's like 2 teams. Everybody else is above 500, and a good amount of these games we'll be playing at home, which is a very fortunate thing for us. But we have to find a way to make some plays here in this game. Well, not here in this game, but in a lot of these games here today. Sorry, guys, I'm going all over the place. It's my nose is kind of stuffy, and it's hella annoying. You guys see, check it out. The Texans, they're 3-3. The Titans, they're 2-3. You guys see, their bye week was last week. But we're gonna check out a lot of these games. The Colts are pretty much one of the only teams that are not really doing well. this year. They're 2-5. They're not doing as well as they did the year before. The Chiefs, they're doing their thing. They just lost to the Raiders. I mean, like I said, there's not that many teams that are not doing as well as they really should be. But hey, there's gonna be a lot of tough games coming up. Our next episode will be against the. Guys, I would like to formally apologize for my audio. It was kind of off in this video. Hope you guys catch you guys next video. Next game's against the last. Peace.